before you paste in that email or before you upload that CSV of data full of your company's business data, take a pause. Take 10 seconds to think about it. The first question you should ask yourself is, would this information be bad if it was public? Or would it hurt your company or your clients or yourself? That's a pretty simple question to ask yourself before entering it in any context. Because usually the risky part with AI is not the prompt, but what context you enter in with the prompt. Whether it's you're copy and pasting something in, or you're taking a screenshot of something and asking AI to explain it, or you're inserting files. So in this video, I will go over a simple framework on how to decide whether you should copy and paste that in or add context files into AI. But first I want to start is what could possibly go wrong if you do it. What is the repercussions? So first of all, it would probably go against your company's AI policy or your company's overall policy to feed sensitive information into AI. Second of all, the AI could then process that data and possibly train future models on it, in which that input you gave it would come out as an output for somebody in the future, or they use that data and somebody views it and then that data is now exposed. So some issues there. Overall, once you do send out that prompt, it is now out of your control, and whatever context that was in it is now outside of your computer and outside of your company's control. So that's the biggest thing. Now we'll get into the framework, but first, two things to go over before we actually get into the framework. So the first one is check your company's AI policy. If they have one, or if they don't have one, reach out to your manager and discuss it with them and then have them bring it up. Because usually your company will have an AI policy listing out which tools can actually be used. Most of the time they will have a contract agreement with a certain AI provider. So say it's with Gemini, and usually that agreement will allow it so that none of your data is used to train future models, and it also might restrict people from actually reviewing your data and prompts that you send to Gemini. And you just want to use your company's AI approved tools, and then dig a little bit deeper into that policy. Not just look at what tools are approved, but what uses are okay. Because just because it's approved doesn't mean you can enter super confidential information into the model. They still might restrict that. So just to stay in line, first view the AI policy, and don't use a AI tool that is not approved by your company or organization, because that is then called shadow AI, which is a new term. Basically, that means you're using a tool that is not approved, and any of that information you put in, the security is much less than it would be with the AI approved tools, because they don't have an agreement with those. So say your company has an agreement with Gemini. If you go and use Claude, that agreement is null. And so any of that data you put in can be used based on Claude's policies. And that's one of the biggest concerns, especially for companies, is people using these tools without them being approved. Second one, before we get in the framework, and what I tell the people I work with and my colleagues, an easy way to decide if you should paste something into ChatGPT or upload it. Would this be bad if it got out to the public? Whether it's bad for you, it's bad for your company, or it's bad for the clients your company works with. That is an easy question to ask yourself. So I'll get into the framework and the 5 buckets that will help explain this and give you guidelines, but those are the two main things that you should take away if you take anything away from this video. So looking at the buckets and the framework now, we have 5 different buckets. Safe to paste. So this is anything that is generic or it's public. It's not there's no confidentiality with it. It's usually stuff on your website or stuff you put on flyers that you send out to clients and stuff like that. If it doesn't have any sensitive information in it, then it's safe to paste. Go into the next one, which is summarize first. So this one's a little bit tricky and hard to explain, But basically, it's when AI needs the theme, but it doesn't need the actual raw source. And so, what I mean about that is say you have a long meeting and you take notes on it, then you can give that to AI to make an action list, leave out any sensitive information, but it's just kind of public and overarching theme, then you can paste that into AI. What you would not want to do is maybe in that same meeting, if you guys have something recording it and you take that transcript and then upload it to AI. Depending on what is discussed in that meeting, I would not add it. It comes down to that question again. Is anything that we discuss in this meeting, if it was published online, would this cause the issue? So that's summarize first. And then redact first is when the task is useful, but the source includes identifying details. So this is any case where you can use AI to help, but the raw information or what you want to copy and paste in does have sensitive information. So the example it gives here is a customer email that needs a comma reply. And for that, you can copy that over and paste it in. I would just remove any identifying things about the client or the customer. So basically, if it has a name, just remove it to a generic name and say, oh, there's a customer and this is what they said. You just make everything generic. And you could do this with data as well. If it is a useful task, then I would de-identify all the data and just make it generic. So say if you have a transactions list with the customer business name, the transaction amount, the date it was purchased, any notes, the biggest thing you would have to take away is the customer name and de-identify it and maybe make a key so that you can identify it later. Or if you're just looking for an overall trend, you can just de-identify it and then ask for the trend. So it's redact, or another way to put it is de-identify. And before we move on to the next one, I think a good question, I would add that to the top two that we talked about before this. The good question is it worth the extra work or the risk associated with it? So if you want to put in a spreadsheet with client information and redact it and then ask AI to analyze it, is it worth redacting it and the possibility that it still becomes public? Is it an actual useful task? So you don't want to just randomly start dumping things in without any real benefit from it. You don't want to just you don't want to token math. Let's say that. So going on to the next one, which we have approved workflow, it is kind of cut off, but this is when the task needs real work context or connected files. And this completely depends on your policy. If you guys do have Gemini with an enterprise account, then say you have automation using Google Work Studio or Google Workflows, this is when it actually needs real work context. And if that's approved, then you can use it. An example I give is a report draft using internal metrics and drive files. So in this case, it would look through your actual shared drive, look for that data and import it in from that. And if it is approved, then you can go ahead with it. But again, you want to just check for your policy. And you do not want to use Shadow AI and say you download Claude Cowork and you hook that up to your shared drive. That becomes a huge issue if it's not approved. So again, review the policy. And then we have our final bucket, which I think this is do not paste no matter what. And this is any content that is regulated, confidential, or high impact. So we're talking about API keys, passwords, phrases that are used to recover accounts. Any of that does not need to go into AI no matter what. No matter the security you have on AI, it does not need to touch that. Anytime I have my own personal codex or Claude even look over my API key, I delete it and then create a new one. So with that, there's just no reason for it to be going in there. So the next one, we'll just look at the actual decision flow. So is it public or generic? If it is, then it's safe to paste. And then go into the next step. Could a neutral summary do the job? If it can, then just summarize first. Then go into the next one. Can private details be removed to actually be done? If so, then redact it or de-identify the data. And then if that's not the case, then you go down to, does it actually need real company context? If it is, then only use approved work tools only. And make sure the policy states that you can still do it. But if it's not that either, and it is regulated, credentialed, legal, health, or deeply confidential, let's say a trade secret, do not paste in. No matter what, just don't paste in. And then just a final one about the never paste in. We have passwords, which I went over, the customer client files, names, emails, account details. So this could be de-identified, or you can make a key for this that AI just doesn't need to see. Employee records, definitely none of this. Contracts or legal issues, and financial or regulated data. But it really depends on your guys' AI policy and what kind of work you do. So maybe you are in the financial industry and you do have an AI policy that allows you to do that. If so, it still falls to what your AI policy is. Before you paste anything into an AI model, the first thing you should do is go look at your company's AI policy. If you're using it for your own private work, then just think about, do I want this information to be public or do I want it to be private, and make that a line, and never add in any passwords, social security numbers, nothing like that. Don't enter that into AI because you might have the enterprise account, but those things can still get out. That's it for this video. If you guys want me to dive deeper into security or anything else regarding AI, maybe my own policy that I created for my organization, then let me know in the comments.